Hey there, welcome to our channel, The Healthy Exchange with Marianne and Amy. I'm Marianne, and today we're talking about pumpkins. In today's video, we're discussing how pumpkin doesn't have to be reserved as a holiday treat. It can be incorporated in our diets all year long as a healthy addition or substitution. We'll be discussing that fact, along with giving you a cooking demonstration using this nutritious fruit. Why do you want to incorporate pumpkin in your diet all year round? Well, pumpkin is low in fat and calories, it's high in fiber, it's loaded with vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin E, and a treasure trove of minerals. So to add pumpkin to your diet all year round, you pretty much want to have a can of pumpkin puree on hand for cooking and baking. Pumpkin puree acts as a sweetener, a fat substitute, and a creamy moisturizer in everything from muffins to soup. It also is super delicious. Pumpkin is so versatile that you could add it to just about anything to add texture, flavor, or nutrition. The easiest way to eat pumpkin is to roast it in your oven with a little bit of salt and pepper. But keeping pumpkin puree on hand is a great option because it's nutritious and economical. You can incorporate it in all kinds of recipes and use it as a substitution or an addition. You're also adding so much nutrition to your diet by doing this. Speaking of pumpkin puree, a lot of people like to use pumpkin puree in soups, especially during the winter. And Amy is up next, and she's going to be showing you how to use pumpkin puree in a nutritious, delicious soup. So stay tuned.
Yes, thanks Marianne. Thanks so much. Yes, today we're cooking with pumpkin, and I love pumpkin. It's so nutritious, as you talked about, and it's really delicious. I love it as a main ingredient in savory dishes. And so we're going to talk about one of my fall favorites today, which is pumpkin soup. I'm starting with some aromatics here. I got them cooking up right here in my pan. I'm just going to make this right now in a pan to show you, but I will use the soup pot in just a second. So to start my soup, I have some aromatics here. I have some shallot and some celery cooking up. So those are just going to get all in there. Those are just going to take a few minutes to soften up. Squash soups, pumpkin or butternut squash, usually are really labor intensive. This soup is not that. This is actually a super easy soup. It goes together really quick. It really has three main ingredients. The three things are chicken stock, coconut milk, and pumpkin, and those are the main things. But of course, there's a few other things that give it the magic and the special flavor that it has. So those are cooking up. So I'm going to let those saute in the pan. Like I said, I'm going to add those to my soup pan in just a second. But here's my soup pot, and everything's going to go into it. These three things I just mentioned. So the base of the soup, chicken stock, and all of these ingredients are very healthy ingredients. They all help your immune system. Chicken stock is wonderful for your immune system. And I'm using 2 boxes. You can use one that is lower sodium. They have organic. You can replace some of this actually with bone broth, and that would be even better for you. Really nutritious, really great for your immune system. Okay, chicken stock and pumpkin, main ingredient. You can get it organic now, and really I prefer the main brands. They have the better taste to me, and you can get them really cheap this time of year. They're everywhere. But as you said, pumpkin is going to be a soup that really fills you up because of the fiber in there, but so healthy with the vitamin A that's hard to get in our diet, vitamin C. Such a nutritiously dense food, as you talked about. The nutrition for the amount of calories is just going to be phenomenal. And now another just super ingredient that I love to use, coconut milk. Full fat. It looks a little thick in the can, as you see there. But that's going to add the creaminess without adding any dairy. And you might have people that you cook for that are gluten-free, dairy-free. This soup fits the bill. Vegans, whatever. These ingredients are good for so many different types of diets today. The coconut milk is a good healthy fat, and we need good healthy fats in our diet. One of the things that you're going to talk about in a second is how the coconut milk actually helps the absorption of other nutrients. Okay? This is super simple. It all just goes together like this, and then I'm going to add my other things here. But before I get to adding that, I'm adding all the spices. That's what's going to make this pumpkin soup have such a delicious and fall-like flavor. One of the things I add is rubbed sage. Sage, again, such a fall ingredient. That's going in here. And it's all going to go in here with the veggies that are sauteing because that's going to really waken up all the spices. And the next thing I'm adding is 2 teaspoons of garam masala. Garam masala is an Indian spice. It's warm. It's full of all kinds. It's actually a spice blend of coriander and cumin, and has some cinnamon in there. But we're also going to add another little bit of cinnamon. We're going to add a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. We're going to add a half a teaspoon of chili powder, just any chili powder, just gives it a little bit of a spice. And I'm just sauteing it in a little olive oil. I'm going to add a little bit more and a little bit of ghee. Ghee is a great fat to choose from. I use a grass-fed ghee, but it has a higher smoke point, so it's really good for sauteing, raises the heat point a little bit. But you can use any kind of high oil cooking. Avocado oil would be fine. So the last thing I'm going to add is my turmeric. Turmeric is the magic ingredient in this recipe. It's just so good for you. It's a great anti-inflammatory. The main ingredient in turmeric that is anti-inflammatory is curcumin. And the coconut milk has the oil that helps the curcumin absorb better, and so does another ingredient we're going to add right now, which is black pepper. Black pepper makes that curcumin even more bioavailable. And it's good for, again, chronic inflammation that so many people suffer from. This is an awesome soup for that. All right, so there we go. That is everything. Do you believe it? We're going to put that now in our soup. The heartburn's done. All this does is mix together, and this goes on your stovetop. You're going to bring it to a low boil, and then you're going to simmer it for about another hour. In that hour, it's going to reduce, and all the flavors are going to blend, and we're going to have a terrific, terrific soup. I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's done. It's going to have this deep, rich, beautiful flavor, color, and flavor. And when you serve it up, feel free to do a couple different things to make it taste the way you like it to taste. If you want it a little more savory, you could always add some grated Parmesan cheese. I love doing that. If you want it a little bit on the sweet side, you can add a dollop of maple syrup. That's what I do. It just gives that little bit of sweetness with squash in the background that really has a great flavor. I like to garnish it a little bit with either Greek yogurt or sometimes a sour cream if you're doing dairy. And I put a little bit of pumpkin seeds, which are also really good for you, on the top, just to serve it like that. So here's your soup. Enjoy it with the people you love. There's also more I can do with this soup, and I'm going to show you in some quick videos just now how you can turn this soup into a sauce for 2 other meals during the week. Just watch real quick.